So it's currently the 21st of October. I just finished my very first day on my funded account with TopStep and managed to lock in 200 bucks of profit. Pretty happy with that. Even though I started out with a loser, but managed to make it back on the second one. I'm gonna try to make this a series for y'all to kind of follow along on my journey as a funded trader, and also kind of for myself as like a journal type thing. So I'm not gonna be making these too long, but just so I can show you a bit of my journey and learn from myself when reviewing these videos. Anyways, let's not talk too much. Let's get into the trades that I took today. So this is the setup. I got the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1-minute chart, just like ICT preaches. Forgot to mention that I'm trading ICT concepts. It's a Monday, so it's been kind of a tough start, as is notorious for Mondays. We had a slow grind up into, well, firstly the weekly opening gap and into this 50-minute fair value gap, clearing out all this liquidity down here. And I was looking to enter on this grind upside, but it never really gave an entry. Maybe this one here, but it was like right after the opening bell, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna enter on that on my very first trade. So I kept waiting, and it did kind of give an entry here on the first percent, but I was questioning whether this is gonna hold since we've closed 75% of the weekly gap, and I was unsure whether it's gonna keep going or if it's gonna go lower. And I guess, well, frankly, I was probably just a bit scared to start off with a loser. So I kept waiting, and once we reached up here, I was unsure whether to enter higher again or lower. But it never closed above this high here on the 15-minute. So I decided it was gonna go lower. And it did do just that, pretty intensely. But sadly, it never gave me an option to enter up here because it didn't close below this low here after creating these fair value gaps. So I kept waiting. Next possible option would be down here, but I probably just missed that, honestly, because to me it looks like a nice entry, but I didn't take it. Instead, I waited until we reached this point here. Well, we had these two fair value gaps lined up right next to each other, and always, as ICT preaches, we should wait until price reaches into the first fair value gap and then enter on the second one. And I tried to do that, but instead of waiting for it to actually hit the fair value gap, I just waited until it lined up perfectly with the entry and then decided to enter down here. Just a classic mistake, rookie mistake, and I got stopped out for about 218 bucks. And then once it actually hit fair value gap, I was like, okay, now it's gonna go lower. It did go lower eventually, but it hung out for quite some time, which got me a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. So instead of having my profit target down here, which never hit in hindsight, but instead of having it down here, I set it to down here. Took my 202 bucks from this trade and called it a day because, well, on TopStep you don't need any more to have a winning day. And so this marks my very first winning day on TopStep, and also marks my very first day as a funded trader on TopStep. So I'm pretty happy with that. Of course, I could have probably locked in a bit more and probably could have prevented this loss from happening, but it's experience, I'll take it. We did end up with a profit, so I'm happy with that. And that means I now only need 4 more days of 200 bucks or more of profit in order to get my first payout, and that is going to be the goal for this week. Hopefully, you never know what happens, right? But that will be my goal. And that should really be it for this video. I just wanted to get this started, stop the procrastination. I hope that you guys have some nice trades this week as well. And yeah, be on the lookout for more videos. See you around.